for this episode, I think there is one thing to say is that Shigaraki is the real threat. Like, there is no denying it. Dude is just going all out, showing his crazier side, and hell, he stole one of the quirks within One For All. And this was obviously something they weren't aware of, and he would have actually had gotten them all if it wasn't for Danger Sense. Like, dude really sacrificed himself in order to make sure that the others don't get caught. And this put Deku in essentially one of the worst positions ever, because this limits him that now he has to rely on his own instincts, that he has to essentially give it his all, while his opponent now has a very busted ability. And seeing that Shigaraki has so much more outside of just decay, it is insane. So yes, they're obviously arguing because there's still the whole Deku's whole motivation of wanting to save that crying child within Shigaraki. And look, this gets a little more philosophical, but I can't help but agree on both sides. Like, yeah, Deku wants to be the hero. He saw the kid within him. No matter what Shigaraki is saying, no matter how much he's buried that within him, it's still there. That kid, that one thing that is still holding him to his humanity, in a sense, is still there, needing to be saved. And it's even been proven later on through the episode that, yeah, there's still something within him. But this risk is so high, because if the off chance that Shigaraki just accepts being a villain and just does not care, yeah, Deku kind of screwed everyone at that point. So it's a one hell of a gamble, as stated. But noticing that they can use the transfer portion of just forcing Shigaraki to get all the One For All quirks, like, transferred, like, through brute force, would be enough to kind of start damaging the mental mind of Shigaraki, since even the emblems of Stars and Stripes points to a sudden little hole that shows that, yes, there is a crying child still hiding in there. It's just, it's filled with so much hate, rage, and just fear. It's blocked itself so much that nothing can get through it except the fight with Star and Stripes. Her fight actually was able to do something to start doing enough damage to break that part of Shigaraki. And I like how the One For All users are basically all discussing, and how the second obviously hated Deku's plan. He viewed it as basically an illusion that can get them all killed, but he's willing to take the gamble. And yes, the episode ends with Deku just showing to be not very hero-like, as Shigaraki would put it. Like, dude is just looking like a monster at this point, or a semblance of a monster, but that's Deku finally having to go all out. And that his philosophy can be correct, but it's one of the most riskiest ones, because you are facing literal death. Shigaraki is the embodiment of just destruction. And the fact that he even acknowledges what Deku's trying to do, how Deku views him as a human, is taking that little part of Deku's whole thing and turning it upside down, that, yes, you view me like this, then that means that you're not actually going to aim for killing me, so I'll use that as an advantage, which is true. Like, this is a very delicate thing, because I know some would get annoyed with Deku, some would actually view it that it's possible. And obviously, because it's a story, like, it can be written to be possible, but I mean, it's kind of one of those things that it can really go either way. Even in realistic terms, like, getting through someone is super annoyingly hard. And yet Deku, because they're able to see within each other's, like, little realms, that's why Deku's able to be 100% confident in this plan. Because if he didn't see the crying child, then yeah, it's most likely that Deku would have to steel himself and try to kill Shigaraki with everything he has. But yeah, I mean, 10 out of 10. Like, this is probably insane, just watching Shigaraki be the literal greatest villain, or not greatest villain, but the most threatening villain in literally all of My Hero Academia. Even more threatening than All For One.